Hello, hello, friends. Happy Thursday, June 4th. It's my birthday, y'all. It's my birthday. So excited to be here with y'all today. You'll get to see me in my awesome birthday headband in just a second. But I don't want to dilly-dally too much. I want to keep this as on task as possible. I'm going to try not to shenanigate too much, but before I jump into all the things, I am going to share this over to my group. So bear with me momentarily, but as you're coming in, say hey. And if you're watching the replay, be sure to type replay in the comments. That is how I know you stopped by. All right, just shared this in the group, so we should start to see some folks hop on. And I wanted to send y'all an email reminder, but I was having technological difficulties. I was having the most difficult time with my email system, so I'm like, okay, guess I'm not sending an email today. Maybe I'll be able to send an email later, but I couldn't send y'all a reminder email, so apologies for that. I'm not seeing any comments, but that is just how it goes. That's how it goes, y'all. I feel like I could benefit from a third monitor right now. That'd be really helpful. I've got so many screens and tabs. Okay, so today's training, this is our third and final training for next Arrow Week. It is called Why Consistency Isn't the Problem and What Actually Is. I'm very excited to dive into that with y'all. And there's a little, I don't know if I want to call it a hack or something, but there's something cool that I'm going to share with you in this training that I think will be really helpful. Yes, so let me just get right to it. Okay, y'all. So this week we have talked about what's out for direct sellers in 2026, what's in, some things that actually do work. On Tuesday, we talked about a simple rhythm that you can actually follow. I've been getting amazing feedback from that, so thank y'all so much for sharing that with me. I get really excited about these trainings that I put together, and of course I always ask myself oh, is anybody getting anything out of it? And so when I get feedback from y'all, that's just such a big deal. So thank you. People are loving the freebie, the weekly momentum tracker. So if you don't have that yet, definitely grab it. I can drop that link in the caption after I'm live. So we talked about all of those things, and like I said, the feedback has been really good. So you're probably yep, that all makes sense, but why do I still struggle to stay consistent? So let me ask you this. Have you ever had a plan and still didn't follow through with it? I'd be willing to bet a lot of y'all, hey Whitney, a lot of y'all probably can relate to that. You have the best plan. You're yes, I know what I'm going to do and I know how I'm going to do it, but you still did not follow through with it. Yeah, I've definitely been there. And this is the part that people really don't talk about enough. So the real problem is this. It's not that most people don't struggle because they don't know what to do. I mean, there are times where, we struggle with like, what's the right next thing? What's the right way to do this? What's the right thing to say maybe? But generally, we know what to do. But oftentimes we struggle because we don't have the support to keep doing it. And when I say support, I do not mean, you're doing great, good job. Not like that encouragement and, those rare like kudos we get from people. What I really mean when I say support is structure, accountability, a place to get feedback, and a way to reset when life happens. So that is what many of y'all are lacking right now. You don't have structure, you don't have accountability. Someone just mentioned this yesterday on one of the posts. They're like, I've heard about accountability partners for ever and ever, and I don't know why that I didn't think that I needed one for my business. So yeah, that was just kind of eye-opening for me to see. But it also supports what I'm talking about today. So life does happen. It's gonna happen, y'all. Life is happening right now to many of y'all. Life is happening to all of us. We are all, there's always something that, happens in our, like, it's gonna happen in our life that it's gonna maybe shift our focus a little bit. And there's, obviously there's times where our focus absolutely needs to be shifted, because some of the things that we're going to deal with are so much more important than anything that we could ever do in our business, and that's okay. But sometimes it's smaller things, smaller life things that happen that, they do stop us in our tracks, and maybe take more of our mental capacity, take more of our energy than we honestly thought they would. So let's talk about the real reasons that people struggle. Oh no, I just lost. Oh, there we go. I clicked a button. Goodness gracious. Okay. So what's actually getting in the way for you is, number one, you're doing it alone. So no one is checking in with you, helping you adjust, or helping you stay focused. So everything lives in your own head, and that gets exhausting. Can anyone relate to that? Man, it gets so exhausting in my brain, right? And so I know it gets exhausting in y'all's brain too. Hey, Elizabeth, welcome on in. All right, the second reason, the second thing that's getting in the way is that you overthink everything. So you write the post, you rewrite the post, then you question like, oh, is this what I should say right now? And by the time you're ready, you don't post anything at all. Number 3 is that you lose momentum quickly. So maybe you miss a couple of days, then suddenly you feel behind. And instead of just jumping right back in, you mentally decide you'll start fresh Monday. So you take even more time away from your business. And number 4 is you don't know what's actually working. So you try something, and when you don't see instant results, you assume that it failed, you failed, and so you stop. You stop way too soon. Because I'm here to tell you, I feel like, I don't know, I'm going to put myself on camera briefly so you can see my headband. It's my birthday. Let me move myself over. Let's see. Okay, that's better. I moved myself to the top corner. So hopefully it moved on y'all's end too, because I'm using like very magical like software over here. But let me go back. Hold on. Because like, what was I saying before I put myself in the top corner? Yes, so what I wanted to say is like, sometimes you get an idea and you're like, yes, okay, this really cool person, maybe this person named Melina taught me something, and I'm gonna go implement it. And then maybe like a piece or a part didn't really go how you thought it would, or the whole thing didn't go how you thought it would, and maybe that means you do need to make an adjustment somewhere. But you either try to figure it out by yourself, or you don't figure it out at all and just assume that cool thing that you learned from maybe me or someone else, like, oh, it's just not going to work for you. And that's not necessarily always the case. So I would love to know which one of these feels most familiar to you right now. So do you feel like you're doing it alone, or you're overthinking everything, you lose momentum quickly, or you don't know what's actually working? Which one is really sticking out? Thank you everyone. I got my headband on, my birthday headband, and I have not ran to get my free Starbucks yet, but it's on my to-do list today. I actually have a hair appointment today. I'm very excited about that. I'm doing something a little fun and fancy to my hair. Definitely going to cover up some of these grays. But yeah, I would love to know what part really jumps out at you, where you feel like you are struggling the most. Okay, Tina says all four. And guess what, Tina? That's okay. That's okay if you're feeling all of these. Because I've got something, I'm about to share something with y'all that I think will be super, super helpful. This will be a tool in your tool belt. There's not a tracker for it, although I could probably whip something up. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'll make a cheat sheet. That's what I'll do. Because I don't think you need a tracker or a worksheet for it. I think you just need maybe just a little reminder that you can, like a graphic you can just save in your phone and go back to it. You can, save it to refer to later. So Elizabeth said all of the above, but doing it alone. I've had to do life alone for so long that I don't think you don't think you need help. Okay. Elizabeth, are you an Enneagram too? Because I am. And I totally relate to what you're saying. Like, I'm a helper. That's what the Enneagram 2 is. And I put so much time into helping others, that, like, that's where I put my energy. I usually leave myself last, and I have a really hard time communicating what I need to people. So, if I go down this, like, I don't want to say like dark path, but if I just go down an unhealthy path of not communicating what I need and just using my energy to focus on others, I can become a little like resentful, very stressed out. I can get a little snappy. Yeah, it would be really interesting. Like the quiz to find out your Enneagram number is very, very lengthy, but once you know your number, it's really, really helpful, because you can learn, like, you can basically, it's going to tell you like what you're doing. And I feel like when you know your type, you can just recognize some of those behaviors. You might not be a 2. I'm not qualified to teach the Enneagram or to tell people what their types are, but I am a big advocate for it, because it was pretty eye-opening for me. Pretty much every single personality test I've ever taken is always spot on, and it always makes so much sense. And since today is my birthday, I'm a Gemini, and I totally resonate with like those characteristics of a Gemini. Sometimes I'm the life of the party. Sometimes I'm very quiet and more introverted. People think like I'm flirting with them, but I'm actually just being nice. So I'm just a very social person, and I can pretty much get along with anybody. So yeah, anyways, we're not going to talk all about me today, but when I took my Enneagram test and it said you're the helper, it'll tell you like some of your, for whatever type you are, it'll tell you like your like core fears, and my core fear, and like that was hitting the nail on the head for me. My core fear is being like unloved or unwanted, and that made a lot of sense to me. So anyways, okay, back to the training. So Holly said numbers 1 through 4. Connie said number 3. Becky said all 4, and then Connie said, I'll be watching this a second time, late and leaving early. I love it. Yeah, watch it as many times as you want the next 30 days. Okay, before I flip to the next slide. All right. I'm very excited about what's coming, but first, oh wait, just kidding. I'm not going to go there yet. I thought I had another slide. So what I want to share with y'all, because like looking at this list, you're probably thinking like, I'm the problem. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's not you. This is not a discipline problem. It's really a support problem, because consistency isn't built by being perfect. It's built by learning how to keep things going when things aren't perfect. And so much of life and so much of our business is not necessarily gonna be perfect. So we need a tool to help us keep going or pick ourselves back up. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the GIF. It's like a little taco just like walking along, and it trips and it falls over, and some of its taco stuffing falls out. But what it just does is it takes its little arms and it pushes the meat and the cheese and the lettuce right back in, and then it gets up and keeps going. And so what I'm about to share with you will be your taco recovery plan. That's not what we're calling it, but that's so funny that I thought of that. So what do you do when you fall off? Or what do you do when life happens and it's kind of stops you, like deters you, or when you get, frustrated because something you tried didn't work the first time and you're convinced it's just never gonna work? What do you do? Because like all of this is gonna happen, and we need a system. We need a process to help us get back on track. And so now I can show you this slide. I'm going to tell you about the 3-step momentum reset. Are you so excited? Because I'm so excited. Okay, so step 1 is stop trying to catch up. This is the first mistake that people make. So when they disappear for a few days, like we all of a sudden go, oh man, like I gotta have a huge comeback now, or I need to have a perfect week, or I need to have this massive reset plan. I need to get completely caught back up on everything. That was how I felt so many times in my business, because I would, as much as I loved like customer follow-up and customer care, sometimes I'd get behind because I was working my business alongside a corporate job and trying to be a wife and trying to be a dog mom, and also trying to be a person who was really not good at sharing what she needed, but still trying to find time for myself, whether it was reading, whether it was, just watching some Netflix or Hulu, or, a true crime documentary, because that's weirdly how I relax, or making sure I was having some self-care time in the form of like massages, or like today I consider my hair appointment to be self-care, because I'm gonna have a couple hours where I don't have to do anything for anybody. I just have to sit there and let Anita, my hair girl, just do her magic on me. So I would feel like when things got off track with my follow-up, that I was like, I just need to take a day and just get completely caught up. And the thought of doing that was so overwhelming. So I didn't do it. So I just let myself get further behind. Instead, what I should have done and could have done was said, you know what, Melina, pick 3 people today and follow up with those 3 people. Who are the 3 people you want to, that you feel like, man, those are the people that I really should connect with. go do that. But instead I was like, okay, Saturday, I have a free day. So while I'm hanging out in the living room, you know, with a true crime documentary, I'm going to do all my follow-up, which could be 20, 30, 40 people, depending on like what was going on at the time. So stop trying to catch up. I'm giving you permission to stop trying to catch up. Okay? All right. Next. Oh, hold on. I got to say one really important thing. So instead of trying to catch up, like, what I want you to know is that you don't have to earn your way back into momentum. Like, you don't have to prove to yourself that you can do, you know, your 30 or 40 follow-ups that you're behind on to be worthy, because you don't. You just need to take one step and get back in the rhythm and groove. So what usually happens for you when you fall out of consistency? Maybe it's guilt, overwhelm, avoidance, comparison. And the thing that I want to share with y'all, like, those are all emotional. Like, those are emotions. That's not, it's not tactical. It's not anything like that you, like, it's nothing wrong about you. It's not that you don't have the skill to pick back up and start going. It's just the lies that we tell ourselves, and the, you know, the feelings that we feel when we compare ourselves to other people. Okay, next we're going to return to our rhythm. So return to your rhythm. Instead of asking yourself, like, how do I fix everything? You want to ask yourself, what is the next simple step that moves me forward? And maybe that's one post or one follow-up or one conversation. Maybe just one thing, you guys. One thing. So don't, like with me, I didn't need to do my 30 to 40 follow-ups in a day to get back on track. I just needed to do one. Start with one. Okay, I would love to know, like, is this sticking like spaghetti on the wall for anybody? Overwhelm leads to avoidance. And that makes perfect sense, Tina. Yep. They say a confused mind does nothing. And so if you are overwhelmed, you will avoid. Like, because I think in a way it's us trying to protect ourselves, right? Like, we're overwhelmed by what's going on, so we just take a step back and shut down. Like, that happens not just in business, that happens in life. Have you ever been interacting with someone and they completely like snapped on you, and maybe you know them and it felt very like out of left field, but like a minor inconvenience caused them to blow up? That's someone being incredibly overwhelmed. They're trying to avoid the thing they're being overwhelmed about and control the thing that they feel like they can control in the moment, which is their interaction with you. So I've had that happen to me. I've had people completely lose their poop on me, because I'm not going to say bad words on the internet, but as much as like it caught me off guard and maybe hurt my feelings a little bit in how they reacted, I go, yeah, they're dealing with something way bigger than this, whatever I just said to them or told them that maybe they didn't agree with. And yeah, so knowing that, like, that helps me give other people grace. Sometimes people are just poopy heads, but other times people are just going through things and you know, they're trying to avoid the overwhelm of that thing, that big thing that's going on in their life, and they focus on the thing that they can control. Okay, so we are gonna build our momentum just by returning to our rhythm. So you guys now have your weekly momentum rhythm. So hopefully you have that, tattooed on your brain, like I suggested, tattoo on your brain, connect, share, invite, and follow up. And when you get off track because, life happens or something doesn't kind of turn out how you thought it would and you've kind of got to pivot, go back to that rhythm and just do one thing, one post, one follow-up, one conversation. I have said for many, many, many years, I've probably said it on previous trainings, like Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither is your business. So your business is built by repeated action, the right action. Doesn't matter if you have the cutest samples, doesn't matter if you have the cutest graphics. Your business is built in those repeated actions of connecting and sharing and inviting and following up. Your people tasks. People are how you build your business. So your momentum is built by getting back to that rhythm. It's not trying to catch up and restarting. Third, I want you to focus on momentum and not perfection. And this one is big because people think that consistency means you never fall off. You never get derailed. You never, things never go wrong. But that's not real life. Consistency is returning quicker. So when you have that moment where you kind of life happens or the thing didn't work out the way you thought it would, or you were working really hard on a goal and heaven forbid you miss it. Gosh, can I tell you, does anyone want to hear all the goals that I missed in my 21 years in direct sales? Because I probably don't remember them all, but I remember some of them. But more than the ones that I missed, I could tell you all about the ones I hit. Those I remember stronger because those mean more. But heaven forbid you have a goal and don't hit it when you want to hit it. You keep going. You don't let it stop you. The faster you stop spiraling, the faster you build your momentum again. And I talked about this the other day. I don't know if it was one of the Q&As or not, but you guys, momentum, when you can build that in your business, you will go, okay, every time I turn the corner, someone is, falling in love with my product and becoming my customer. Someone is asking to host their own online experience with me. I'm meeting all these great people at a vendor event, or I'm doing some live selling and I got 3 new customers today. Every time I turn the corner, I am winning in my business. And you get there by creating that momentum first. So it's a good feeling, and it's a feeling I want for so many of y'all. But what happens is something happens that throws us off, and then we feel like we're starting from scratch. So now you have a 3-step process to help you get it back together. So stop trying to catch up, return to your rhythm, and you guys have the perfect weekly rhythm. I'm so excited about it. And then focus on building that momentum. Do not focus on perfection. Okay, so I'd love to know, which part of the reset process do you think will help you the most? Drop it in the chat. Let me know. And I'm gonna turn this into a graphic for y'all. Something cute. Whitney says 1, stop trying to catch up. Yep. The pressure that we put on ourselves. And I keep throwing myself into, lumping myself in with you guys because I was in this for so long and I felt all of these things. And I didn't always have, the tools to support me. Sometimes I I did it anyways. I definitely did it imperfect. But I wish I would have had someone say to me, Melina, here's a 3-step process. Like it would have saved me some stress and some overwhelm and maybe some tears along the way. And it also, I think, would have helped me turn some of those losses, those goals I didn't hit, into goals I did hit. Tina said 1. Connie said all 3 for me. Okay, so what would your business feel like, or how different would it feel if you actually had support every single week? Probably pretty different, right? So now when you feel yourself spiraling, instead of disappearing and instead of deciding to start over next week, what you're going to do is you're going to reconnect, you're going to return to your rhythm, and then you're going to take one simple next step, and that is how you build your momentum. And honestly, this is exactly why I created something that I'm about to share with you, because I realized something really important, that like, while ideas are great, people don't necessarily need more ideas. There's no shortage of ideas. But what they do need is they need support while they're implementing things. And they need a place to ask questions and get feedback, and then reconnect when they fall off, and support to keep moving forward. Whitney said, because we always have things we can do, it feels like we are never done, and I'm always catching up. So then if I get behind, it's complete overwhelm. Yeah, that's, you know what, the to-do list for a business owner never ends, you guys. This is my list. This is my list, and it does not end. But I'll tell you how I approach my to-do list for my corporate job. As long as I have to-dos on my list, I call that job security. So maybe as long as you have things on your list, maybe that means you have business security. You still have a business to work because you're not done yet. And yes, I know that can feel incredibly overwhelming. But I would just encourage you to shift your brain from have to get to. Instead of, oh, I have to do follow-up today. Instead, tell yourself, man, I get to do some follow-up today. I get to check in with my customers. I get to see how they're loving their goodies. How fun is that? How cool is it that, I get to do that? I get to help people, fill in the blank, however it is you help people, whether it's with kitchen confidence, whether it's styling with jewelry, whether it's feeling better with skincare and cosmetics, because sometimes when we feel good on the outside, that it helps us feel better on the inside. I could go down the rabbit hole of all the products, you guys, but I won't, because we'll be here all day. But I get to take care of these people and make sure that they have what they need, that they are loving what they have, that they feel supported. You get to do that. And it's not, you guys, it's not easy. It's not easy to train your brain to say that. I've heard of people wearing a rubber band, and when they say something negative, they snap it, so that kind of to train themselves to just instinctively think the opposite way, think positive. So yeah, I would just encourage you and maybe challenge you to try that instead. But yeah, you guys, your to-do list will never be done. If it is, then that means you don't have much to look forward to in your business, and nobody wants that. There's always going to be people to check in with. There's always going to be conversations to be had. And then of course there's all the other things that we do need to do in our business. That those are the things that don't necessarily make us any money, but they are important. They have a place and they have a time. And I'll tell you that when you are having consistent conversations and you're starting to see more consistent sales and bookings and new team members, if that's something that you're going for, all the fluff stuff, the things that don't make us any money, they actually don't feel very heavy anymore. Like, because you've got this, like, you've just got all this good stuff happening on the other side of your business. So you're like, oh yeah, I got to get my newsletter out. It's time to get my newsletter out. I get to send out a newsletter. I get to connect with my customers over email and let them know what's going on this month. And, you know, I get to hear from them. So we just got to start with getting that momentum. I'm not a good snapper, but I'm trying, you guys. Okay. Are you ready? Elizabeth said probably would actually focus on the business. Yeah, wouldn't it be easier to do that if you had support every week? All right, so I want to introduce something to you all. Some of you already know about this, but I'm officially introducing the Heart and Hustle Inner Circle. And basically everything that I have done this week, the trainings, the co-working, and the Q&A are all part of the Inner Circle. And so if you're not already getting this, you got a really good peek into what it is. So what's inside? Let me change the slide because I got slides. So inside the Inner Circle, you will have monthly trainings, you'll have momentum Q&A lives, you'll have support and guidance, you'll have feedback opportunities and accountability and encouragement. So no pressure, no hustle culture. It's really just support systems and steady momentum so that you can keep moving forward when you get stuck. And I wanted to give y'all a peek at the calendar. So if you are one of my Kick It Club members, you already have access to the Inner Circle, but I have made it essentially a separate membership that you can join. So if you're like, hey, I'm not sure if I need Melina's Kick It Club, trust me, you do. Everybody needs the Kick It Club, but if you're not sure about that, but you're like, well, I really liked the trainings, I really liked Melina's style, I liked having, a place to ask questions. I didn't get to join Co-working Live, but I did like it. I like the concept of it, and it would be cool if I could do this every month. Well, now there is an option for you. So this is a peek at our June calendar. So even with all the things that I have done this week, my Inner Circle members still have access to more. And I think I figured out the training topic for this month. I think we might do some stuff in Canva. That like hit me this morning, and I'm like, yep, I think that's the thing. I think that's what we're gonna do. Oh, my husband's calling. He should know that I'm on a training. Okay, so so this is our Inner Circle. And you're probably like, well, how many doll hairs does it cost? Okay, so these are the membership options. It's $19 a month, and I'm going to be really real with y'all. I'm probably grossly undercharging, but I don't really care, because it's more important that people have access to this and have support, because I think I think that my superpower in this world and in this business really is, it's teaching and training, and it's helping people problem solve, and it's cheerleading and helping people feel supported. Like, this is, I think, maybe what I was always meant to do. And, direct sales really helped open my eyes to that. So you can join monthly. It's $19 US per month, or if you want to do an annual and save 25%, you can do that too. Either way, you get the same things. You just save a little money if you jump in annually. You're going to get access to our private Facebook group. There will be one new training every single month. There will be 1 to 2 co-working sessions a month, and 1 to 2 Q&A lives each month. I think in the past, we've done 2 co-working sessions. I think I started that in March. Co-working was something new that I added in. And we've done 2 the past couple of months. We're only doing 1 this month just because of all the things that I've done this week. And I'm like, all my Inner Circle Kick It Club subscribers, they've seen a lot of me this week. And so I'm like, I don't want them to feel the pressure to hop back on Google Meet with me too many times. So this is basically what it is. I wanted to, I don't know, this has kind of been something like on my mind and on my heart for, well, almost since I started my business. I'm like, wouldn't it be great if I had some sort of membership option that was, number one, affordable, $19 US a month, you guys, to get that training, that co-working time where you can ask questions, and then just, there's going to be more support in the group, lots of places to ask for feedback on things, and I'm just a direct message away. So I've wanted to do this for a really long time, and it really kind of came together a couple months ago. And so I've been essentially testing it with my Kick It Club subscribers. They've been my beta testers, and I was like, no better day to announce it than on my birthday. So that's what I'm doing. But if you're not in the Kick It Club and you're like, wait, how much does that cost? It's just a little bit more. Like, so if you're like, well, 19's no big deal, but like, what if I want the graphics too? Well, so instead of 19, it would be 33 per month. And in the Kick It Club, you get 30 professionally designed images delivered on the first of every month. You get 3 caption options for each image, and you get the Inner Circle perks. So the Kick It Club is the big Bad Mama Jamma membership that I have. And so all the Inner Circle happenings are just a part of that. And if you're like, well, I like to save monies, as much monies as I can, I do have an annual membership. It's $237 US for the year. You get everything that I already talked about, plus you get 10 blank image templates to match. So I know I have some Kick It Club folks here who can tell you, how much they love it and all the things. I think I said the other day, my clubbers can sell it way better than I think I can. I just think, I don't know, I think it's awesome, but I love to let you guys hear from them. Okay, bonus offers. And before you ask, Kick It Clubbers, you guys are getting these too. But if you're not a part of the Kick It Club and you decide to either jump in as an Inner Circle member, or you decide to jump in the Kick It Club between now and Wednesday the 10th, you're going to get your hands on 3 bonuses. Tina, it's actually a little bit more. The Inner Circle annual is $171, and the Kick It Club annual is $237. So, but by joining the annual Kick It Club versus the monthly Kick It Club, you actually save $159, which is bananas. That's a lot of savings. But yeah, so these are your 3 bonuses. So the first is your next sale game plan, So it's got 3 paths to help you with your next $100 to $500 in sales without overwhelm, guesswork, or overthinking. The next is your 3-day business reset. So this actually would go along really, really well with what I shared today. But this does actually have, it's a little bit of a different plan. It's over 3 days, and you've got kind of like a mini workbook with it to help you. And then the last, oh, sorry, I read your comment wrong. I read your comment wrong. See, this is why I should not do math. You said the monthly would be $240 verse yes, you're so bless you, Tina. Yes, you're so right. Sorry, shame on me. Shame on me for not knowing how to read. So the last bonus is the what to say next guide. So we oftentimes get kind of stuck on what do we say next. So I put together just a really simple guide to help you. And I'm pretty excited about these. And the color combinations are, they were inspired by a post that I saw, I think on TikTok, that someone shared some really cool Canva like color combinations. And I was like, ooh. So I took screenshots of all the different ones and saved them in my phone for the perfect moment. And so here they are. Girl math. Yes. Tina, it is a deal. Whatever you got to tell yourself, Tina, it's a deal. I love some girl math. All right. Now let's talk about some prizes. You want to do that? You want to do that because I'm giving away some things and I'm excited about it. I love my little graphic, my little drum roll. Okay, the first thing that I'm giving away is actually an annual Kick It Club subscription. I think I'm going to put myself back in the corner because I want to see you guys. Well, I want to see you, but I can't see you, but you can see me. So how about that? Okay. So, drum roll. You ready? Our annual Kick It Club winner is Whitney Horton. Whitney Horton, come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right. So just send me a message. I'll get you all hooked up with your annual subscription. Next, the next winner gets an annual membership to the Heart and Hustle Inner Circle. I know, Whitney. You know what I want? Okay, I don't want to diminish anyone's excitement about winning, but I want to be really, really, really honest with y'all. We did, like, the people that are on here watching this right now are pretty much the people who showed up on, like, almost everything. We did not have, like, tons and tons of participation, so everyone's odds of winning are really stinking good, and I'm going to tell you something in a minute where if you didn't win today, there's like a second chance. So don't cry any minutes. But if you cry, let them be tears of joy. Okay. Our annual membership to the Heart and Hustle Inner Circle. Are you guys ready? Drum roll. Ooh. Tina Gaunt. Tina was trying to do girl math, but guess what? Tina, you're a winner. And if you're like, hey, that's cool, can I upgrade to the annual Kick It Club and pay the difference? Sure, let's talk about that, but message me, okay? All right, y'all. Next on the list is 4 weeks of coaching. So this is different, you guys. This is different than the Inner Circle because the Inner Circle is really like, yeah, there'll be a little bit of like one-on-one support, but nothing like this. This is 4 weeks. We spend, an hour or so together each week We can talk on, messenger video, or we can talk on the phone, whatever you prefer. If you want to be on camera, that's cool. We can do it. And we're really going to dig in and dive into your business and what's going on and where you're stuck and all the things. Let's talk some more girl math, Tina. Let's do it. Okay. Are y'all ready? Drum roll. The winner is Sean Smith. Congratulations, Sean. So send me a message and I'll get you set up. And honestly, this is not like private coaching is not something that I have in my shop right now. Oh, thank you, Connie. I appreciate you. All right, next. This one, I think the winner is going to be really excited because we have had conversations about office supplies before. So this is a $50 office supply store gift card. So that, I'll let winner's choice as long as I can get you an e-gift card, or if I need to go, buy one at the store and ship it to you, I can do that, for sure. But the winner is, drumroll, Elizabeth Sallow. Elizabeth, when I pulled your name, I was like, oh yeah, Elizabeth loved my little mock party that I did when I was selling pins. I thought back to our conversation. You were like, I wish this was a real company. And I was like, I wish it was too. I wish I really sold pins for a living. So yeah, just send me a message. All right. The last one for now, my friends, is a $50 beverage gift card, because I think that we need our coffee and our tea and our dirty sodas and our fun refreshers to help keep us going. Sometimes we need an emotional support beverage, right? I'm going to get my birthday beverage today. It's going to be my emotional support beverage. So, winner's choice. Let me know where you want your gift card from. As long as it's, non-alcoholic, I will get it for you. And yeah, and then I'll get it to you however I get it to you. I don't know. I'm hoping I can do some electronic gift cards, but if not, we will make it work. But you will not be without your emotional support beverage. Okay, and the winner is, and I don't think that they're here live, so hopefully they come back and watch the replay. Miss Barbie Richards, come on down. Send me a message. You won the emotional support beverage gift card. Okay, friends. There's more. There's more. Okay. So not only do I have a sixth prize that you're just now hearing about that I'm not picking the winner for yet, I am also going to be giving you guys, because it's my birthday and I'm the boss, and so that means I get to do whatever I want and no one can tell me no today. I'm actually going to give away all 5 of those prizes again next week, on the 11th. So if you are watching this and you did not win, that's okay. You're still in the running. And if you're watching this and you missed anything, any of the replays, go back and watch them, because that's how you get entries. Because I'm going to give away another annual Kick It Club. I'm going to give away another annual Inner Circle. I'm going to give away another 4 weeks of coaching, another $50 office supply gift card, and another $50 emotional support beverage gift card. Plus, one lucky person is going to get their own website on me for 6 months. So I have partnered with Oh My High. Some of y'all are familiar with them, but they're amazing. They help direct and social sellers, among other people. They have authors, they have lactation consultants, they have other people not in the direct and social selling world, who are customers of theirs, and they have a platform that helps you have your very own website so that you can brand yourself. You can still link it to your company site, but there's a lot of really cool things that you can do. And as I was thinking about prizes, I was like, man, like what a gift this could be to someone. And so I covered the first 6 months of someone's website. Yes, Becky Launder is amazing. She and I are actually chatting next week, which I'm like 10% nervous about. Because I'm like, oh gosh, because she's Becky, you know? I mean, I know I'm Melina, and I'm sure she'll love me, but I'm just like, oh, okay. I'm taking meetings with like fancy people. I love it. So I will announce the winner of this next Thursday the 11th, along with the other 5 like second chance prizes. So again, if you missed anything, if you missed any of the trainings, if you missed any of the Q&As, if you missed the co-working session, which was not very thrilling, but it's there. Go watch it. go spend an hour working on your to-do list. Then you got time. You have until next Wednesday. So I think I'm almost at the end. Oh yeah, so I just wanted to recap for anyone who missed it. This is the Inner Circle gosh, I'm losing my voice. Membership options. If you didn't win, a membership, and you're like, yeah, I think I need to get in on this, just comment Inner Circle and I'll get you the link. I am also going to send out an email, hopefully today. Oh, let me take myself off the screen. Please hold. I'll put myself away. Goodbye, Melina. Yeah, so yes, I will send, I plan to send an email to everyone today to let them know the doors are open. And when you join, because I tested it, when you join, you will get your order confirmation, and then you will get a second email with a download link, and that is what will give you those 3 PDFs. And if you are in the Kick It Club, you do get those bonuses. I will send you guys an email later today on how I'm still trying to figure out the easiest way to get them to you. And if you didn't win them, or if you didn't, if you don't join the Inner Circle and you're not in the Kick It Club and you're like, oh, but I like those things, they will make it into the shop as separate products. But right now they are just for Inner Circle members. Inner Circle / Kick It Club members. So I thank you so much for being with me, y'all. I really do. Here, let me change the view. It'll just be me for a second. Just me. Hi, it's my birthday. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble with this camera. It's my birthday, and I did put a little makeup on for y'all, but my hair's a little crazy, but it's hair day. Thank you so much, seriously, for spending this time with me this week. I had like the most fun putting together these trainings for y'all and spending time with y'all. And again, I really do think that like this might be my superpower that I was like put on earth for, to just help my direct and social selling friends feel supported and just have a safe place to go when they need feedback or have questions or need help. So yeah, thanks for letting me do that. Thanks for giving me a little bit of a platform to do that. And it's my birthday, and I'm not gonna wear this to dinner tonight because I'm going to a fancy restaurant for dinner. So I think I'm gonna leave the headband at home, but I'll be wearing it in my heart. So if you guys have any questions about anything, any of the trainings, don't hesitate to reach out or feel free to comment on any of those posts. I will be paying attention to all of them definitely between now and Wednesday. And I'll go live again next Thursday, and I'll announce some more prize winners, and we'll see who gets the Oh My Hi website, the 6 months. So very exciting stuff. But y'all have an amazing rest of your day. I know I'm going to. Thank you. And I will talk to you all soon, my friends. Bye.